Guys, thank you for joining us again here at FullThrottleHouston.com. We're having another episode of our podcast where we bring in interesting and relevant people to our motorsport industry and business leaders that help us shake and groove and shape out and carve this piece of Texas that we call home in Houston, Texas, guys. So, guys, welcome. Joining me today, I got Mr. Kush Wolf.
How you doing?
And �:Leigh Stevens.
�:Leigh
Stevens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I said that a bunch of times. All you guys have followed me. I don't usually do that too often, so that was a good one. So these guys are from Inkmore Tattoo Studios. Your guys' business is completely different. I've never seen it before, ever executed before. So, man, �:Leigh, go ahead and let us know what you guys are all about.
Yeah, so we have a brick-and-mortar tattoo studio, and we house a few guys that tattoo there. But we also have the tattoo tour bus, and so we travel the country, and we tattoo at music shows, EDM shows, rock, everything. Yeah, we just take the bus and we travel, and it's a new platform, that we pioneered, and we still working on it, kind of new.
Okay.
So we still building it out, but it's a cool.
Okay. So you guys go to these music festivals with a tattoo bus. Let's back it up a little bit when you said a touring tattoo bus.
Yeah.
Paint the picture for us that aren't able to understand that. What is that?
So it's a custom-built Greyhound bus. I mean, It's 40 feet long, and it's a full tattoo studio, luxury tattoo studio inside. And it's a Greyhound bus, and so we travel with it, and we take it all over the country, all kind of music festivals, and it's just super comfortable, just a luxury tattoo studio. And 3 artists can tattoo at one time. So we got 3 booths, and it's just a real cool setup.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when you bring that experience to people at these music festivals, they're to have fun, jam out to music, they're on fun stuff, they're hanging out. How do they react to seeing a tattoo opportunity? And I know, Mr. Wolf, earlier you were talking about how you guys have flash art. Explain that, your guys' process, and how you guys created your flash art for each one of these events.
So, first we have 3 booths in the back, but everyone comes in and it's a whole little vibe in the front of the bus. There's seats for everyone to chill at and check out the flash sheets, and so they get that whole experience. And the bus changes with whatever festival we're at. We change the music inside the bus to match the festivals. Our vibe, the whole thing just flows very well with it. So people are really comfortable just walking up in there. There's a whole lounge in the front, and then the flash sheets, is really dependent on what festival we do. Imagine was an underwater theme, so the first few sheets we had a whole bunch of it's not crazy stuff because we want to keep it cheap and simple, so people aren't out there spending hundreds of dollars on tattoos. People want to spend a little $40, $50 tattoo, a little simple thing that they'll remember forever. But something clean, simple. But we try to keep it event related, but we always have stuff in the back for people who want a little sidetrack.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Now, are you guys both tattoo artists yourself? You guys both tattoo on people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So go ahead and tell me, how long have you been doing that for, and what inspired you to do it?
So really, I just got in the game. I just passed my 1 year in December, so I'm a year and a half into the tattoo game.
Okay.
But I just had a lot of tattoo friends, and I would go get tatted a lot, and I really made a bond at this one shop, and they were like, come try it out, come tattoo, whatever, and I tried it, and I always was really into art and stuff, so I just kind of I just fit in really well, and I love it.
Perfect.
It.
And what's your favorite thing to tattoo?
My favorite thing is the dark, not horror movie stuff, but just kind of scary, dark themed stuff. I really like that stuff.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay.
Yeah.
�:Leigh, and for you, sir?
So I've been tattooing for about 10 years now. Solid. And I do a range of everything. Realism, black and gray, portraits. I mean, really whatever it is, I'll try my best, to do it, which most of the time I kill it. All the time I kill it. I don't think I'm the best at everything, but I really like my black and gray and my portraits and stuff like that. And I've been building shops. You know what I mean?
Building shops, right? Being an
yeah.
entrepreneur. So let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Turning from artist into business owner, right?
Yeah.
Saying, hey, you know what? I had to start off being an apprentice somewhere. Everybody does.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody has to work at a different shop. When you decided to say, hey, you know what? I know that I can run a shop and I have a vision for it. Was it what you're doing right now? Was it that the first thing, or was it like, what was that one TV show that was Black Ink?
Black Ink?
Black
yeah.
Ink show, right?
Yeah,
and then they had a vision, a concept that they were trying to execute, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
When you started yours, was it with the idea of the bus, or how did the idea of doing the bus even came about?
It really wasn't. I mean,
Okay.
really, I just wanted to tattoo. Like, I was tattooing homeboys in the hood. You know what I mean? I'm tattooing in the kitchen, really just trying to learn how to do it. And I wasn't really taking it serious until I went to jail. When I went to jail was when really I started to, like, okay, when I get out, I'm really not going to have any other opportunity.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to take this art thing serious. And so in that process, I started thinking about the bus. And I just kind of incorporated the two, but I really wanted to focus on tattooing first.
Yeah.
And when I came home, I started working at different shops, you know, just learning the game, going from here to there. And then end up getting good enough to open my own studio. And that was when I started to, you know, really focus on, okay, now I need to buy a bus. And I want to build this bus. And that was when I really just put action to that plan.
Nice. I think sometimes
absolutely.
as entrepreneurs, that can be like the hardest thing, right? Like, when is the right time?
Absolutely.
Are people going to love it?
Absolutely,
right?
yeah.
Am I going to execute it right? Am I going to look like a joke?
Yeah.
And I think that it's great when you run into people that keeps chasing their dream, they're trailblazers, and when you have an original idea, there is no format. There is none. There is none to say, hey, I got to make sure I have this type of insurance. Hey, I got to make sure people sign waivers when we're at an event festival where they might be inebriated, right? Or, hey, I have to excuse you from this tattoo because unfortunately right now you can't take one, right?
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
I think knowing artists that take their craft to that level, right? That's how you become masters on what you do.
Yeah.
Really excited to hear about that. What was the recent tattoo you did that you absolutely love?
So the last piece that I did, I mean, I love all the pieces that I do because I put a lot of work into it. I put a lot of time into it. But I would say the last one that I just absolutely, you know, was my favorite was probably like this back piece that I did, and there's a whole, you know, Jesus themed back piece. It's just huge. It's his entire back.
Yeah.
And we finally got it finished, and it's really, really good. And I'd probably take that one as my favorite pick so far. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Mr. Kush, and for you?
Man. Well,
Kush been killing it. All of it.
My favorite piece that I'm working on right now, I'm doing like a full little torso, but it's dark ornamental. So it's kind of like just a whole bunch of crazy black shapes with spider webs in them and like some shading. But it flows with your body really well. It's to complement your body, and it's coming out really nice. Like, we've got the chest done. And then the sides done. We're about to do the sternum, and then the shoulders, and then it's all just gonna flow real good together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me ask this, because everybody that doesn't have a tattoo yet, guys, where do you feel you're tatted everywhere, right? Okay. So where was the most painful place for you?
Man, the tops of my fingers, and then my neck, my throat. The front part of it was the worst.
Okay.
And then my Achilles was those were my tops. And stomach. Stomach's horrible.
And stomach?
Stomach's horrible.
Stomach is
I forgot about that.
Stomach's
the stomach's
at the top of the list.
Yeah,
Really?
stomach's up there. I
don't have nothing
Yeah,
on the
bro.
front yet, so
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's brutal.
Absolutely brutal.
It's brutal.
Absolutely.
Okay.
But it's worth it. It's worth it. If you finish it out, then it's so worth it. It lasts forever, you know. It's just the pain is temporary.
Okay. So when you have a plus size client like myself, right, plus size guy, and I'm like, man, I want to wait to get my belly done. I want to wait to do my chest piece because I feel like I'm going to lose weight one day, right? I'm going to magically just lose weight. I'm going to change all my habits, right?
Yeah.
Who knows if that's true? But I know that's a big reason why I have slowed down, because I have my whole back is done from the back of my neck all the way down to my knees, one piece, right? All the way through, butt and all.
Absolutely.
When I think about like doing the front or doing like other parts of my butt, I'm like, man, maybe I should wait. What do you tell clients in that moment, right?
I would say that, I mean, unless you're like 1,000 pounds,
Okay.
If you're like 500 or 600 pounds and you plan on getting down to like 250, and you're gonna have a bunch of extra skin hanging, it really don't matter because you stretch and you have elasticity. Unless you're just crazy big, that really won't matter because the tattoo is gonna grow and shrink with you anyway.
Especially if you start like working out and bulking up, your skin will get tight and it'll look good. It'll still look good.
Oh yeah,
so
for
that part really doesn't matter at all.
It doesn't matter. So you tell clients, hey, you know what? Actually, that's a myth.
It really is.
You really need to like not think about it that way, and I want to tell you, okay,
absolutely.
Perfect.
I mean, you'd have to be like literally 600 pounds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To where like there's gonna be like a noticeable, like your skin would be too big or something like that. Other than that, you're gonna grow and shrink, and it's gonna grow and shrink with you, and it'll look good.
It stays on the same
as long
position.
as it's done well. You know, it'll look good. Yeah.
Let me ask you this: what's the new sticky stuff that they put over tattoos? Right?
Yeah, the
How
second
soon
skin.
is someone supposed to take that off?
So you can leave it on up to 5 days. I tell my clients to leave it on anywhere from 3 to 5 days.
Okay.
And after that, then take it off, you know?
Okay.
But I also tell them that if it begins to irritate them in the process of getting to the 3 days, take it off and just take care of it like we used to with just some warm water and some Aquaphor.
Okay,
You know what I
Aquaphor.
mean?
Everybody's got the Aquaphor. And guys, we're at a motorcycle dealership, so everybody that is in motorcycles and power sports have definitely had their fair share time of touch on the ground, and we've had to use Aquaphor for a little bit of road rash, right? Whether it's a little bit, a lot, you know. It's definitely something we are all very accustomed to. So let's talk about bikes a little bit. Mr. Wolf, when I first ran into you, I think it was over at the Salmons, I think, when I first met you in person.
We were doing that. We were starting that race group.
You were starting the race group, and so I know that you ride drag bikes. That's your thing. You're about going really fast, and I love that we've maintained a friendship and relationship all throughout those years. What are you doing now in bikes?
Man, since I had that Beamer that I was doing on the drag strip, and then I sold it, and then I was like, man, so I just got another bike from Full Throttle, another BMW, 2018, Have to.
It's bad.
And it's a badass bike. They got some badass bikes up here. Like, it's crazy bikes up here. This is my favorite place to go.
It really is.
But you know, I had to get another Beamer, and I think I'm gonna set it up for street probably this time. Maybe I might get back into the drag stuff, but I'm always gonna stay on a bike forever. I hate not being on a bike.
Yeah, I think let's compare a drag setup bike versus a street road racing bike, or even a stretch with being able to do some runs, right? I think if I were to invest in a bike, you guys think about this, okay? You either go to the track with your drag bike, you're gonna load up a trailer, you're gonna get everything set up, you're gonna take a crew, you're gonna have anxiety about loading the trailer. Did I forget anything? Did I pack the gas? There's all kinds of stuff you can forget in a trailer, which makes no sense. But you got to empty the trailer. You got to put stuff back in the trailer. So when you're saying, "Hey, I want to go the street bike approach," why the street? Now, why are you going to come back to the street?
So like, I like the drag strip, but like honestly, that scene is dying really hard. Like they took out the drag strip over there in Houston. The only one in Houston that I can go to is HMP in Humboldt, I think.
Sheldon, I think they call it Sheldon, Texas.
Yeah, and it's just a little small strip. No, I'm talking about the
Houston
little,
Motorsports.
Okay,
right next to Rio Bravo.
Okay,
where they do the Jamal and them and Stevens group. Yeah.
Okay, So like that's the only little spot, and like man, whenever you go out there, like there's bikes, but like it's not like a big scene, you know. And then the street scene is like a lot of newer guys are getting into that, and it's really big. It's really big, and the bikes are super clean.
Yeah,
super clean, and you can ride it around, and you can street race and all that. Drag strip. It's just one little strip going fast. Like it's fun. It's super fun. But the street is just, you can't beat the street.
Right.
It's a lot of fun. Right. It's a lot more stuff to do on the street.
What would you give advice to some of these guys who are buying these super bikes for the first time? I mean, we always tell people, you hear the common phrase, ride your own ride, right? But let's be real. I think those that are altruistic with our craft of being motorcycle riders, we want to make sure people are safe.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So sometimes it makes me cringe when I hear people at PP1 or I hear people at an event and they're like giving advice like they know, right? And you're like, you don't know shit. Like, what are you? That is the worst advice ever.
Yeah.
Dude, like, don't tell them that, you know? And it's just like, What advice do you feel that you heard when you were first coming up that has still stuck with you? That was like, man, that right there, that was something I never let go. What would be something like that?
Man, the best advice that I have, man, you have to really feel the bike, bro. Like, feel the bike.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just like look at a bike. Oh, it's just a bike. It's like that's a thing that you're putting yourself on, and you have to kind of like you have to bond with it and like kind of just figure it out. Like, tweak it to how you feel, you know, how you like it, what makes you the most comfortable. Because if you ride in a bike that can go super fast and you're not comfortable on it, you're gonna fuck up. And like, everyone fucks up, but you know, you want to be safe about your fuck up. You know, be safe about your fuck up.
So, do you use adjustable rear sets?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, mine's full adjustable.
Fully adjustable, right? Where you have multiple positions to tailor them to. So is that what you're talking about? That's what you're referencing when you're saying feel your bike?
Well, really, the height of your bike, so like if you're more of, you want to keep it just straight bike, you want to drop that motherfucker where it just sits flat. But if you're like someone that likes twisties and stuff and you're comfortable riding high, like, it's really just adjusting the bike to the person that you are, how tall you are, how light you are, all that stuff. But there's so many adjustabilities on a bike that people don't know about that you can tune to your own person, that you don't have to go spend crazy money on, like the adjustable sets that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes them things are way too big for your feet, and you over there shifting with the tippy toe, and you can really adjust it super small where it's so comfortable and your ride is comfortable. And if you're comfortable on your ride, you're gonna be safe. You're gonna be way safer.
Right. I always tell everybody, hey man, check your brakes.
Yeah.
Every time
check
before
your
you go
brakes.
out, make sure your front brake works, your back brake works.
Yep.
Just feel them real quick before you just go.
Yeah.
You know, I feel that I always say, as long as it's got smooth throttle and it's got brakes and the gas tank works and it doesn't leak, I'm okay. The bike is good.
And the
All
tire
I need.
pressure.
And the tire pressure. There you go. Yeah.
I always have I have a tire pressure dingly on my keys, so I check that every day. That's a big thing because you don't want to be wobbling down the highway.
Especially with the heat, hot, cold, all
Texas,
the temperature pressure. I was always changing in those tires. Guys, so Cleo, do you ride?
So I haven't rode in years, but I used to.
Okay.
I did. I actually had 4 bikes. I had a R1. Well, I started with a R6, and it was like, I want to say a 2010, 2011.
Okay.
So back then, and then I went to a R1, and then from there I went to a GSXR.
Okay.
1000, and then I went to a CBR, and I crashed the GSXR. And from that, I was skeptical to get back on a bike.
Okay.
This was years ago, like maybe 2014 by then. You know.
Okay, so 10 years ago accident.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And then I was skeptical to get back on a bike after that. And then I did. I went and got a CBR, and I rode it for maybe like a year. And after that, I just said, you know what? I just put them down.
No cruisers, no Harleys, never, huh?
No, not.
He's been talking about it.
Dude, I can see you on a bagger with a big wheel. I can totally see you on a bagger with a big wheel.
I've been trying to get him.
Hell yeah.
I've been talking about actually getting one of these right here.
Yeah, he has,
okay.
dude.
Yeah. If I do, or I do a bobber. You know what I mean?
Okay, a bobber style.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do a bobber. Other than that, I don't have the thrill for it like I used to. You feel me? Yeah.
Man, you need to come out with us and just go to a couple of events
Facts.
and just
That's what I've been
spark it up.
saying,
You know, we
yeah.
just got to come bringing them out.
Yeah. He been trying to get me out.
Yeah.
He been trying to get me
Yeah.
to come check it out. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll probably get another one.
Get an Inkmore
So-
bike.
Yeah.
There you go, man. Make it make sense, right?
yeah.
Make it make sense. There you go.
Yeah.
Make it make sense.
Absolutely.
That'd
Yeah.
be sick.
All right, guys.
Yeah,
We want to
cool.
say thank you for our guests for coming out today, Mr. Cleo
Yeah.
Stevens and
Absolutely.
Kush Wolf. Guys,
Absolutely.
thanks for joining us. Thanks for being a client of
Thank you.
mine. Thanks for coming out and supporting what we're doing out here. The journey may be long for us, but it's going to be full of work.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And that's what I want to say.
Yeah.
Thanks for all the people
Absolutely.
that are following us, that are watching our journey here at FullThrottleHouston.com. Thanks for participating and making us change for the better. So,
Absolutely.
guys, thank you for joining us. Again,
you.
Slice of Bryce is on his way out. Peace.